After the first third of JMarble Team Championship Season 2 has ended, now we are ready for the 5th event of the season, skateboarding. In this event, the marbles will roll down on a skateboard and will try and get as far as possible. I'm the commentator, Jay, and here are the standings after Event 4. The Birthday Cake's currently leading with a 17-point lead over the second place Carnival Rides. The Thunderstorms in last place with only 13 points. They're going to need the most. Now, for the demo runs, Flipper for the pinballs goes a good distance, falls off the thing, which will result in 1 point lost. But that's a 33 for the first run. That is still going to be good, and let's see if the marbles in the actual event can do as good as that. First off, Zigzag for the Thunderstorms goes a good distance and stays on the skateboard, which could be good. But no, it's actually only a 29. Not as good as I thought it was, below 30. Now, for the next run. It's the Thunderstorms again, but this time they push it all the way to a 32. Is that a 33? No, that is a 32, and they got 1 point lost as a penalty for falling off. That's 60 to start, and that is a good score. Next, Green Frost for the Frosted Rainbow goes all the way down, rolls the skateboard to a 33, I think that is. Yes, it is, but of course falling off does lead to -1. Next up, Green Frost for the Frosted Rainbow going up again. Looked pretty good, but we can't really see the tape measure, and it's a 30 with a -1 penalty. So that will add up to 61, which is enough to place 1 point ahead of the Thunderstorms. Frosted Rainbow's up into first. Now Pine for the Evergreens. Whoa, that was a foul. What was that? How did that even happen? Was that a 40? Or 38, but still, a -1 penalty does nothing. That's still a 37. But they're staying on and going all the way to a 35. Pine for the Evergreens gets a 34 with no penalty. This is really good, as that will bring them up to 71, which is by far first place. Slowly climbing up the standings, Spearmint is up next for the Saltwater Taffies, and that's another really good run. Where does that go? Is that like another 38? Or I think that's a 37 with a -1 penalty, which is equal to a 36. Now for the next run, Spearmint, and what was that? And oh, Spearmint even fell out. That might need to check for injuries, possibly. And yeah, -1 and only a 27. Spearmint is currently being checked for injuries, just in case anything has happened. But a 62 is enough to put the Saltwater Taffies up into second place. Now their pink Cotton Candy rolls all the way up to, where is that? You can't really see the tape measure in the picture, so it's not going to be the easiest to tell. But that's a 32 with a -1 penalty. A 31 is still really good. Now, staying on, and once again going very close to the other wall, the close wall, instead of the one with the tape measure. That's a 34 with no penalty, is another good run. Is that enough for second? Yes, it is, with 65 points total. Even with these good runs, it's going to be pretty hard for teams to catch up to the Evergreens, and there's a really bad run for the Blizzards. That was, what was that, a 22? Just barely passes the 22 mark also, only barely above a 21. Then, okay, no major injuries found on Spearmint, that is good, but also that was another really bad run for the Blizzards. 25 with a -1 penalty, that's only a 24. That'll only add up to a 46, which will put them in dead last. Now, the Aqua Swirls, Drain. There's a 34 or possibly a 35, I couldn't really see very well. But yes, that is a 34 with a -1 penalty, that is a 33. And now, Dream going again and going straight into the close wall. What happened there? Just turned completely and is only able to get a 26 with a -1 penalty. That's a 25. 58 and just only above the Blizzards. Now, Accelerating Amber, Sap, going forwards and is only going to be able to reach a 27 due to once again crashing into the tape measure. But now going in the second run, that's much better, as that's a 36 with no penalty. That will actually just be, well, a 36, and that will be enough. Wait, no, that's a 35. Sorry, but that'll be a 62, which is enough for fourth place actually. Going one more position up the standings. Go for the Oceans with Yellow Paint is out. And now, is that a 29? I couldn't really read the numbers. No, it's only a 26. With a -1 penalty, that's a 25. Another really bad run for Golf. And now that's only a 30. And this is not going well at all for Golf, as that's only a 29 for that round because of the -1 penalty. That's a 54, and once again, only beating the Blizzards. Now, Flame for the Wildfires, and once again, it crashes directly into the tape measure. That's going to be a 26. Or, why does that say 25? Oh, yeah, that just barely doesn't pass the 26. Now, Flame pushes down towards the close wall, which is, once again, not a good thing you want to do. But that's a 31 with a -1 penalty. That's not bad at all. Or, well, it's not the best, but it's definitely better than the previous runs, but that's still only good enough for 8th. Now, Orange Ice for the Liquid Ice is a reserve, starting this run off way better than most other marbles. That's a 32, which could mean that the Liquid Ices do better than some of the previous teams, all the recent ones. But now Orange Ice going again, and that's a 33, and with a -1 penalty means that's basically another 32. Which is actually kind of funny, but that will just be 2 32s, which means a 64 and 3rd place for Liquid Ices. See-Through, another reserve for Team Transparency this time. I think that was a 36, maybe? No, it's only a 35. But no penalty still means that that's a really good run. And now, falling off, but still looking to go some distance. Probably not the best distance, but that might be enough to reach 30. And actually, it is really good. That's a 34 with a -1 penalty. That's still an amazing run with a 33. 68 goes up into 2nd place with Team Transparency. And now Team Arctic, one of the teams that has been doing well significantly recently. 2 medals in a row, and that's another great one to start. Maybe going for a 3rd medal. 40 points with just 1 point taken away from penalty. Now, going again, Ice pushes it to, I can't really see because the tape measure isn't on screen, but that's a 34. And with 1 point taken away for the penalty, that's a 72, which is enough for 1st place. Another great run for Team Arctic. Corn Maze is trying to stop them from getting another gold. But now, that's only a 31 with a -1 penalty. That's basically just a 30, which is still good, but not nearly as good as they need. And that's a 36, which with a -1 penalty is a 35. Which means that this will probably be maybe mid-pack finish, possibly. And yeah, that's actually a lot better than I thought it was. It's actually 4th with a 65. Now, Ferris Wheel for the Carnival Ride. 2nd place of the standings. Need to catch up to the 1st place birthday cakes. How is that going to do? That is a 34 with 0 penalty. That's pretty good. And staying on still. And Ferris Wheel falls off immediately, and that's only a 25. Ferris Wheel completely ruins their good standings after the 2nd round. That's a 25 with a -1 penalty. It's only a 24. That's going to be a 58 and 12th place for the Carnival Rides. Now, the birthday cakes, trying to do as much as they can, but now 29 is not good enough. Probably not going for a gold, but they can probably keep their lead in the standings if they get a good enough 2nd run. Will they be able to do it? Now, Icing pushes forward, and it's only a 23. It's either a 23 or 24. I think it was actually a 24, but that's not a good run at all. And that means that the Team Arctic will win a 2nd event in a row, and their 3rd medal in 3 events. And there, standing atop the podium again, now we'll see the standings. Team Arctic will take the lead in the standings over the birthday cakes, meaning that the birthday cakes no longer have the lead in the standings. Next event, the maze race.